Northrop, Whitney Aiken. And for the first time since 2017, the Homestead Spartans are regional champions.
It's an SAC matchup for Senior Night 2025 as the Northside Legends travel to take on the Homestead Spartans. Good evening, everybody. Braxton Hall along with Malachi Stout. And Malachi, it's no secret the Spartans come into tonight as heavy favorites in this game, but with only 2 games left in conference play, it's still a big one for Homestead.
Yeah, even though they are the heavily favored team, as you mentioned, they cannot afford to lose this game, especially this late into conference play. They need to take every team serious and play as hard as they can. And
to see just why this game is so important, let's take a look at the SAC standings. Homestead currently at the top of the SAC as the only unbeaten, coming into tonight at 7-0 in conference play, but they have not won the conference title yet. Northrop one game behind them at 6-1. Now Homestead could clinch a conference title tonight if they win their game, and if Northrop loses to Wayne, more likely than not, though, it's going to be a winner-take-all conference title game next Friday.
Yeah, the Spartans not only need to win this game, but they'll need to win that next game. That game is going to be huge. Should decide it all, as we've seen in years past with last games of the year deciding the conference championship. This conference is so close year in and year out, and it's a repeat of that again this one.
Homestead trying to get their first conference title since 3 years ago. And here's a look at the matchups throughout the conference tonight. It's all doubleheaders across the board this Friday. And there you go, Bishop Dwenger taking on Bishop Lures, Concordia and Snyder, Carroll and Southside. And then, of course, the game that Spartans fans will be keeping their eye on, Northrop taking on Wayne. Northrop favored it in that one, but you never know. Homestead could technically clinch the conference title tonight.
Yeah, and you mentioned how Northrop is favored in that game, but you really can't count Wayne out. They're 3-4 in the conference, but they played very good out of conference. They're 11-8, and so they're definitely a dangerous team on any given night.
Yeah, Wayne, a much improved team from a year ago as they look to build that program back up. And shifting towards tonight and taking a look at the last 5. First up for Northside, and it's been a rough stretch for the Legends as they come into tonight at 3-14 on the year and have only won 1 of their last 5.
Yeah, it's been a tough season for the Legends, but you look at their win against Hamilton where they won 68-23, just not an offensive performance we've seen out of them all year. They average only 38 points per game, but they were on full display in that game. That just shows promises of what this team can achieve. But then you have other games like that Bishop Lures game and that Northrop game you see where they just couldn't put it all together. And so this is a very up and down team, but they need to just be consistent if they want to win games.
Meanwhile, Homestead comes into tonight on a winning streak of 8 games, not losing one this calendar year. And of course, the big one last time out, it was that win against the number 3 team in the state, Warsaw.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest games of the Spartan seasons, and they definitely lived up to it. They knocked off number 3 Warsaw by double digits, leading most of the way. That was a huge game for them. And you look at other games, they beat conference rivals Snyder, and they beat other conference opponents Southside. They've just been a great stretch for the Spartans, now sitting at 19-2.
Only 2 losses on the year so far for Homestead. They come into tonight, as you mentioned, 19-2. One of those losses to arguably the best team in the state, Lawrence Central, a team who themselves only has 1 loss, and then another narrow loss. That was against Columbia City. Of course, that's one that always seems to come down to the wire. You see Northside warming up there, and they're going to be without 2 of their starters coming into tonight. Of course, Aubrey Bleak, that's the big one who's not going to be available for them. She was the leading scorer for the Legends against Homestead last year. So what kind of challenges is this going to present?
Well, as you mentioned, she's their leading scorer, and this is a Legends team that cannot sacrifice much scoring as they are. So really they're going to have trouble just getting the hands of somebody that they can trust to get a shot up and get it to go. You've seen Kayla Williams kind of step into that role, averages 11 points per game, but has only played 3 games so far this season. So it'll be interesting to see if she can keep up that in this game. definitely something to watch out for.
And now let's send it down to sideline reporter Atticus Dean, who's standing by with Homestead head coach Rod Parker. Atticus?
I'm here with Coach Parker, and Coach, tonight, the last regular season home game, and you have 3 seniors who are getting the start tonight. Talk about what they've meant for this program.
You know, they've meant a ton. The 3 seniors have been great leaders. They've been very committed to our program for the past 4 years, and I'm really excited for them to have the opportunity tonight to all start together and go out there and compete in their one final time here in Spartan Arena.
Thanks, Coach. Back to you now, Braxton.
All right, thank you, Atticus. And those 3 seniors that will be getting the start tonight, Celine Oskin, Delaney Seitz, and of course, rounding out those 3 seniors will be Liv Fry. So they'll begin their first start tonight, but first start together tonight, I should say, and it's a great way to send the seniors out with a conference matchup.
Yeah, these seniors have done so much for this team. You look at Liv Fry, someone who started for 2 years now since she was a junior, and was a big part of their postseason run last year and has been another big part of their success this year. You look at Celine Oskin and Delaney Seitz, haven't been in the starting role outside of this game, but they've been able to supply some boost off the bench throughout the year and throughout their time at Homestead.
You see the pink jerseys there. It's Cancer Awareness Night here at Spartan Arena. So a lot of events going on. It's going to be a fun one. A doubleheader, and Game 1 tips off next. You're watching Homestead Live.
Rethink your limits.
For more than 30 years and 2 generations, RT and Colin Green have given Fort Wayne more than proven personal injury representation. They have shared everyday life with the people they serve. These deep ties give RT, Colin, and every member of Team Green Law the local Fort Wayne knowledge and insight to know the best way to help you get the recovery you deserve. See the difference local experience makes. For a free consultation, visit us online at teamgreenlaw.com. Team Green Law, for you, with you.
Marco's Pizza, located at 10349 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco's specializes in pizza, cheesy bread, subs, salads, and many other menu items. You can place an order for delivery or carryout by calling 625-6800. That number once again is 625-6800. You can also order online at marcos.com. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead High School athletics coverage on our station.
The Air National Guard allows you to serve your state and country just 1 weekend a month while living your everyday life the other 28 days. You can earn up to $1,200 a month and get 100% of your college tuition paid for. For more information, search Fort Wayne Black Snakes on Facebook or Instagram, or call 260-478-3247 to connect with a recruiter today.
back here at Spartan Arena. Starting lineups just about to be announced. So let's take a look at the starting lineups for this one. Starting off with Northside, it'll be a little bit of a change with Aubrey Bleak still out with an injury. So Micaiah Harmeyer gets the start, Kalia Williams, Mariana Mitchell, Gianna Floto, and Sanaya Kimbrell. And some of these players, Harmeyer and Floto, come to mind. They have some experience playing against Homestead. They're going to need that tonight.
Yeah, those are going to be two of the Legends players that are really going to need to step up and take over this team if they want a shot at competing with this powerhouse that the Spartans are.
So then meanwhile, the starting lineup for Homestead features 3 seniors in it: Celine Oskin, Maya Epps, Liv Fry, Gabby Hilsum, and Delaney Sight. So the 2 non-starters in the starting 5 are Maya Epps and Gabby Hilsum, and just a lot of talent there on that roster and a lot of experience as well.
Yeah, you see 3 seniors in the starting lineup, obviously for senior night. Just great to see that there. And you mentioned Maya Epps and Gabby Hilsum, the other 2 in the starting lineup. We know how great they are. We've seen it all year long. This is a great starting 5.
There's a lot going on in this game. Of course, it's senior night. It's Cancer Awareness Night. There's a chance, if things go right throughout the conference, the Homestead could clinch the conference title tonight. And then the girl you see on your screen there, number 22, Gabby Hilsum. She sits on 993 career points, just 7 away from the coveted 1,000-point mark.
Yeah, and only needs 7 points, as you mentioned. Should be easy for her. She averages 19 per game going into this one. Would not be surprised if you see her get it before the first quarter ends.
And she has been talented all 3 years she's been a part of the team. She played as a freshman, started last year as a sophomore, of course starting this year as a junior, but she's just stepped up to a whole nother level this season. And you mentioned the leading scorer on this team with 19 per game. She was above the 20-point mark for a large part of the season and had 25 points last time out. How does Northside try to shut her down?
Well, you know, it's going to be very hard for them. It's very hard to slow her down, let alone stop her. The Legends are just going to need to try to force the ball out of her hands. If she can catch the ball in the corner, when she's open, it's very hard for her to miss, and you cannot let her get the ball down low either. Just try to keep the ball out of her hands as much as possible.
These teams have met 21 times. Homestead has won 17 in a row, including a 75-30 victory last year. Northside's last victory in this series coming all the way back in 2004, trying to shock the world tonight against Homestead. You see the Spartans out there on the floor. Spartans 5 that's ready to go. Coach Parker giving the last words of encouragement. You see Carly Muller and Whitney Ankerbrook also in the huddle. Some usual starters for the Spartans that will come off the bench tonight. So we are ready to go. The penultimate game of SAC play for Homestead. Trying to take down the Legends. Gabby Helsum in the circle for the Spartans. Floto out there for the Legends. The ball is tipped and we are underway, and Northside will have it to begin the game. Mitchell has it offensively, already thrown it outside on the wing. Now dimped down low to Floto. She passes that out. A Northside offense that scores just 38 points per game coming into tonight. Williams is going to have it here on the Spartan head logo. Kicked back out. Right, 25 seconds gone on this possession for Northside. Floto has the pass deflected by Helsum, but able to pick it up no problem. And Williams throws it out. 3-pointer is off the mark. Delaney Sites gets the rebound for the Spartans.
Well, surprising to see the Legends already attacking from beyond the arc. They only shoot 20% on the year, but going to the 3 early in this game.
Helsum, little contact on the way up, no whistle. She can't get it to go on the first attempt. Now back in the hands here of Mitchell. Gets a screen from Floto. Soft toss. Harmeyer. Now going out to the right side. Pass right to Gabby Helsum. I think he's trying to get it to Floto, but just no luck there. Liv Fry now with it for the Spartans. Outside. She's going to try the triple. That one is off the mark. Maya Epps has it tipped out to Fry. Swung out. Gabby Helsum the triple. And that's good from Gabby Helsum. 3 points for her to start this one.
Well, I said it in the pregame. The Legends cannot leave Gabby Helsum open from 3. And just like that, only needs 4 more points to break 1,000.
996 career points now. Gets a piece of it there. Sites ends up being the one with the rebound. Now Maya Epps out to Helsum. Maybe thought about it. Instead, is going to drive and then pass to Epps. A little bit of miscommunication as it goes out of bounds.
Now, a rare miscommunication there from the Spartans. Usually a team that's very on point and clean with their offense. Only turn the ball over 11 times per game, but they already have 2 early in this game.
Of course, Northside's defense also collapsing down low. Brought a little bit of pressure there as another triple is up this time. That's off the mark, and that's going to be out of play. Last touched by Mariana Mitchell.
Legends trying to respond to the Spartans' three-pointer with one of their own. Really not this team's strength, though. As I mentioned earlier, shooting 20% on the year. But they've been attacking beyond the arc this game. They've been very aggressive, just trying to get some of those threes to go to get them some early points.
Maya Epps has it, goes out to Gabby Helsum, another triple, and she is at 999 career points. The next bucket will put her above 1,000.
Well, how about that? How fitting that the two baskets able to almost get her there are 2 wide open threes. Is a shot that she's been so good at throughout her career, and especially this year, she just seems to rarely miss those.
Save ball off of Homestead. There's Celine Oskin bringing the pressure and doesn't score the most offensively, but when she comes into the games, oftentimes off the bench, just so good at bringing defensive pressure, getting the opposing team flustered. It showed theirs. Now the ball in the hands of Harmeyer. She spins around, guarded by Fry, turning around, chucks one up, gets the front line roll.
And just like that, the Legends, their first points of the game. And those are the kind of shots that they're going to make, those tough shots. They're going to need those to go down if they want to compete in this game.
Seitz is off the mark that time for the Spartans. Came into tonight shooting 38% beyond the arc. Harmeyer passes it off to her right, now down low. Photo posting up against Helsum. Fry comes in, kicked out, triples up. That one's strong. And then coming out of nowhere, Kimbrough came flying in but tips it out of play.
Legends, they're trying to get back on the offensive glass. Haven't been able to pull one down so far. But they've shown aggressiveness, and they're trying to get them down, just haven't been able to corral them yet.
Epps goes up, and she is going to be fouled hard, almost falling into the official, and she'll be going to the free throw line. And it didn't take long, just over 3 minutes before Maya Epps gets her first trip to the stripe.
Yeah, and it seems like a reoccurring theme here in this season. Maya Epps getting to the free throw line. She's been so good at that all season long. Just you have to respect her at the rim, so a lot of teams force the foul and send her to the line where she shoots very well, shooting 74% on the year.
And gets the first one to go. Flotow picks up her first foul of the game. And Epps, her free throw percentage has gone up about 6% just in the last 2 weeks or so. And that second one gets the roll as well. So Maya Epps with 2 points, tacking on to the 6 from Gabby Helsum so far. Pass off to the right in the hands of Harmeyer. It's a screen. Picks up the dribble outside to Mitchell. Mitchell going against Fry. Almost had it stripped. Instead gets a good pass off, but the jumper's no good. Tipped back out, though, in the hands of Williams. She'll go up high off the glass. The possession continues. A 4th chance here. And Flotow's going to the free throw line.
Well, the Legends were just all over the offensive glass on that possession. The Spartans just couldn't get bodies on them. The Legends now have opportunity for free points at the line. A team that shoots just 51%, but if they can knock these down, they could find themselves back in this game.
First one is good that time from Flotow. Standing at 6'1", the tallest player on the Legends roster. Second one's off the mark. Maya Epps has it for the Spartans. Advance to Delaney Seitz. She turns around. Maya Epps back to Seitz. Three-pointer. That one's off the mark. Epps gets the tip out. Goes to Helsum, but the pass behind her. So Harmeyer's going to come away with the steal. 5 substitutions going to the bench now, or to the scores table, rather, for the Spartans getting ready to come into the game. Kimbrough, she's going to drive baseline, and she traveled. It's going back the other direction, and now Homestead going to get those 5 substitutions. Eva Scarberry, Delaney Knoll, Carly Mollering, Whitney Ankenbrook, and Kendall McLaughlin come into the game.
You see Coach Parker just going through his rotation here early in this game. It's obvious he wants most of his players rested for their big game tomorrow at Carmel. It's going to be a huge game, but they also have to make sure that they get this one as well. So although you want to use your rotation, you can't afford to put it in too much.
Harmeyer had her foot on the baseline and she got the rebound, so Homestead's going to be right back on offense.
The Legends, it's just, they just cannot seem to catch a break here as the Spartans will retain possession once more.
Knoll to throw it in. Passes it off to Scarberry. Now back to an open Knoll, and that's airballed. Ankenbrook, nice save to keep it alive to McLaughlin. Now Mullering. McLaughlin at the top, leading three-point shooter for Homestead this season. Knoll to Scarberry. Now McLaughlin here is a three-pointer, and that one that's off the mark. Mullering gets the rebound. Now Ankenbrook has it. Going to the left block. Defense holds strong, going straight up. Out of bounds off the north side.
Well, how about the Legends defense there? The Spartans able to retain possession multiple times if they're getting offensive boards, but the Legends just not letting up defensively, staying strong at the rim, and just denying a clean look.
Kendall McLaughlin with the ball. Now Whitney Ankenbrook in her possession. Interesting to see these different lineup combinations for Homestead as offense maybe struggling just a little bit more than usual with 8 points so far. Obviously still a 5-point advantage. Mullering hands the ball. She's going to try the three-pointer. That's off the mark as well. Homestead really going for the three balls, and outside of Gabby Ellison, they're just not falling.
Yeah, and this is a team that usually we see threes hit from everybody on the court, but today, as you mentioned, outside of Gabby Ellison, they just can't seem to get them to fall.
And a high pass there that Harmeyer can't handle goes out of play, so Homestead basketball. Mullering will walk it up the floor here for the Spartans. On the midcourt logo goes to Delaney Knoll. Knoll to Scarberry, poking free. In transition, here comes Williams up the floor. Mullering going there defensively, and she swats it away.
Great defensive play there by Carly Mullering. One thing that her addition back to this team brings, not only offensively, is her defense. It's a very underrated part of her game, and she's just a huge piece defensively.
So north side to inbound it. Thrown in to Mitchell. Mitchell double dribble there. And is going to turn it over.
The Legend just unable to get their half-court offense going, just seemingly just turning the ball over before they can really set up any offense. And that's really something that's just limited them early in this game. Their defense has kept them in this game, but they've only put up 3 points, so they still find themselves down by 5.
Kamaya Morris comes into the game now for Northside. They only have 8 players on the roster that have played in 3 or more games this season as Ankenbrook takes a three-pointer. And that one is good for Ankenbrook. She gets her first triple of the game. But as I was starting to say, Northside, they only have 8 players that have played in 3 or more games this season, and 2 of them are out hurt. So not a super deep rotation for Northside coming into this game. Posting up, and that time it's no good. Scarberry high tip off the rebound, able to get it back. She picks up her dribble. She tosses it over to Mullering. Now McLaughlin to Knoll. 2 players come in, and she's going to be fouled. I believe they're going to get Morris for that one, and they will. It'll be her first.
Well, the Legends have been very aggressive on the ball, just trying to create turnovers, just getting a little greedy there. But although they've been aggressive, they've been relatively clean, only fouling twice so far in the period.
Ankenbrook has it. Scarberry at the top. Triple on its way. And bullseye from Eva Scarberry.
And now the Spartans' offense is starting to heat up. So we've seen 4 threes now, and 12 of their 14 points coming beyond the arc.
On the right side, ball dumped off. Flotow gets the roll, and she's got 3 points.
Well, that's been her spot, just a bit beyond that free throw line. She's really been able to hit those tough jumpers so far in this game, as she's counted for 4 of this team's 5 points.
Mariana Mitchell going to come back into the game after a short rest. Sanaya Kimbrough will go out. So a 9-point advantage for Homestead, just over 60 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Driving, going up, Flotow can't get the bounce this time. Ankenbrook will get it for Homestead. Going up the floor quickly, Eva Scarberry, now Ankenbrook to Mullering. She's going to try her luck at 3, and now they're starting to fall for Homestead.
And how about that? The last 3 shots, Spartans have taken all 3s, and they've all hit, as this second rotation is starting to get their offense clicking.
Almost a turnover there as Mitchell has it for Northside. Started by Mullering, high dribble, and I'm going to say she was fouled and in the act of shooting. She'll go to the free throw line.
Well, this is one of the places the Legends are going to have to take advantage of, is the free throw line. It's going to be a big part of them being able to stay in this game. It's getting the free throws to fall. Spartans, if you cannot hit your free throws against them, they will pull away very quickly.
First free throw is good from Mitchell. Trying to get the deficit down to 10 points. Second free throw on its way, and that one, a line drive, doesn't get the bounce, so Carly Mullering now with it for Homestead. Tosses over to Knoll. Now the free throw line, Scarberry out to Ingerbrook. 4 for 4, no, not this time, but gets her own miss. Going up, and got a little tangled up that time. A foul going against Northside.
Well, we've seen the Spartans, although their shooting has been streaky at times in this game, they've been able to grab their own miss multiple times now. It's really just kept them going offensively. As if they miss a shot, there seems to always be someone there to clean it up.
Knoll will throw it in here to Whitney Ingerbrook. Another three-pointer on this possession, and this time it's good. So Homestead have now made 4 of their last 5 beyond the arc.
Well, how about Whitney Ingerbrook? She missed her first 3 on that possession, but gets it right back and cleans it up. Rarely does she ever miss 2 in a row, as she gets that one to go right there.
Morris has it, and then she stepped out of bounds, so it's going the other direction. And Homestead a 14-point advantage with 4.9 on the clock in this first quarter. Going to get one more touch. Carly Mullering quickly ahead to Ingerbrook. Deep three-pointer on its way, and that's off the mark. Got a good run at it, though, and that'll end the first quarter. A 14-point advantage for Homestead as they lead Northside 20-6.
For more than 30 years and 2 generations, RT and Colin Green have given Fort Wayne more than proven personal injury representation. They have shared everyday life with the people they serve. These deep ties give RT, Colin, and every member of Team Green Law the local Fort Wayne knowledge and insight to know the best way to help you get the recovery you deserve. See the difference local experience makes. For a free consultation, visit us online at teamgreenlaw.com. Team Green Law, for you, with you.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Back for quarter number 2. It'll be Homestead basketball as they lead 20-6 over Northside. And as we begin in this second quarter, 4 of the starting 5 out there for Homestead. Susie Perigo, the 5th, joining them out on the floor. And as Liv Fry, one of the seniors being honored tonight, has it now to Ankenbrook. Pass to Helsum is turned over as Morris able to get the steal. Williams up the floor will back away as she brings it up. Now a deep three-pointer from the volleyball line is long, and Susie Perigo gets the rebound. Now in the hands of Ankenbrook. Up the floor, Maya Epps has it. Back to Ankenbrook. Helsum open on the left side. Perigo finds her. Open look. Step back. No, doesn't go. Liv Fry has it taken away. Now Williams in transition going up. And a foul going to be called against Fry.
Well, credit the Legends. They played very good defensively. This is a team that does get in the passing lanes a lot. They average 10 steals per game. We've seen that here early. They really haven't been able to capitalize in turning their defense into offense, but they did a great job there just running in transition and now have a chance to put points on the board from the line.
First free throw is up, and that one is good from Williams. See some of the scores from across the area on your screen there. Snyder up on Concordia. Second free throw. That one is good as well, so she's got 2 points. Maya Epps up the floor here for the Spartans. Out to Helsum. The three-pointer is on its way, and it's short. Ankenbrook gets the putback.
Well, how about that? The Spartans once again find themselves turning up with an offensive rebound. That time, Whitney Aikenbrook able to put it right back up for the easy lay.
Now the leading scorer in this game with 8. You just saw the score across your screen. Northrop with a big lead over Wayne. I believe it's a 25-3. So looking like more than likely it's going to be a winner-take-all game for the conference next Thursday, as regardless of Homestead's result, if Northrop wins, that's the setup as the three-pointer good from Williams. She's got 5 points in the last couple of possessions. Homestead back on offense. Whitney Aikenbrook picks up the dribble. Now to Epps, out to Liv Fry. Fry steps up. Helsum triple on its way. It's no good. Epps fights for it. Out to Aikenbrook, and she's going to be, no. It's going to be a travel before contact on the shot.
Well, Spartans unable to get the second chance opportunity to go with that turnover there. But that just really emphasizes how good the Spartans team, not only as of this game, but as of the last stretch of games, has just been dominant on the offensive glass.
Williams trying her luck again, but no such luck this time. Maya Epps with an in transition, looking to drive out to Helsum, triple on its way. It's good from Gabby Helsum, and that'll do it. Over 1,000 career points now as she nails the three-pointer to eclipse the millennium mark.
Well, what a fitting 1,000-point play for Gabby Helsum. All her points in this game coming from beyond the arc, has hit 3 threes, and the final one there able to surpass 1,000.
Yeah, seems like a fitting way for her to get to the mark. As we know how talented she is from beyond three. She's made the most three-pointers of any player on the team this season at 48%. And there you see her with Coach Parker. She becomes the second Spartan on this team and the second junior at that to eclipse 1,000 career points this season. And Gabby Helsum, one of many talented players on this roster, as her team gets to celebrate with her.
Yeah, well, you mentioned it. 2 Spartan juniors now eclipsing 1,000 points. This is just a great young scoring team. It's going to be dangerous for not only this year, but next year.
So following that technically being a timeout from Coach Parker, the game will get back underway. Homestead up by 14, and their offense doing what we've expected, but Northside, their offense has shown some signs as well. It's a big deficit, but if they can just start shutting things down on the defense, who knows? Their offense looked better these last few possessions.
Yeah, the Legends, we've seen glimpses of their offensive potential, and I believe that was shown in their Hamilton game. I think we're seeing some of that here today, just not enough offensively and defensively just to sustain it for a whole half.
Fry quickly finds Aikenbrook. She can't finish. Might have been a little bit of a deflection on the ball, and now back on offense go the Legends. Harmeyer has it. Now pass in the hands of Mitchell. Mitchell guarded by Helsum. Williams. And Epps gets a piece of it, but last touched by Mitchell. And that'll turn it over.
What a defensive play there by Maya Epps. Able to just jump in front of the pass and not only knock it out of bounds, but knock it off the Legends player before it does so, giving the Spartans another chance to extend their lead.
Aikenbrook gets it to go from beyond the arc. So Whitney Aikenbrook now the first player in this game into double digits with 11.
Well, she's really stepped up late in this game and starting to get her threes to go. As you mentioned, already into double digits.
And a foul on the floor here going to be called against Homestead as we get another look at that last three-pointer from Whitney Aikenbrook. Liv Fry was called for the foul, so that'll be her second. Ball thrown in right around Abs, and another foul going to be called against Homestead here as Mitchell was the one on the drive, and Epps is going to be called for her first.
Well, the Legends starting to drive aggressively. Not really something we've seen too much out of them, but it's shown to be working as the Spartans fouling now twice in a row, just trying to keep the Legends away from the paint.
And a timeout called on the floor by Northside with 5:19 to go here in the second quarter. So the Legends trying to get something going on the offensive end. They only score about 38 per game on average, and right now 17-point deficit. So what do they got to start doing better?
Well, I think their offense has started to heat up. As of late, they've been able to drive inside, get some good looks. Really, Kalea Williams has gotten some good offense going for them, but I just don't think they've sustained it enough. They've had too many turnovers. They just haven't been able to sustain it for the game so far, but if they can start clicking for numerous possessions in a row and get on a little run, they could be back in this game.
Back on offense, looking for the inbound, thrown in, tipped away immediately. Susie Perigo, the freshman, there to make the play. Now Liv Fry has the ball going up the left side, out to Helsum. Spins around, now to Epps. Inkenbrook. Homestead, they've been going from beyond the arc most of the game. Another attempt here, and another make. Maya Epps gets her first triple of the game.
Now everybody getting their threes to go for the Spartans. This is a team that usually balances out its scoring, and we've seen that already as numerous Spartans gotten their threes to go.
Floto cleans up after the rejection from Perigo. Now on the other end, Perigo can't convert. Helsum goes up. That's no good. Perigo again with it. Epps has it tipped away by Williams. A little bit of a collision. Now Helsum. Soft pass. Maybe ball just kind of stuck to her hands as she tried to get it to Fry. North side up the floor. Williams has the ball. Guarded by Epps. And now loose and thrown up. Tipped away. And now in the hands of Williams. It was actually Mitchell who had it earlier. Right side. Again tipped away and out of bounds.
Well, Legends offense just not really playing with much direction right now. They're just playing careless basketball. Not the kind of offense they need to be playing when you're down 18 and need to get back in this game.
Ball stays with Northside after the deflection from Homestead. Williams will throw it in, over top, tipped around, and this time Homestead finally gets the ball. Liv Fry up the timeline. On right side, Perigo out to Epps. Inkenbrook in the corner. That's good from Whitney Inkenbrook. She is continuing her dominance in this one with 14.
Well, you see the ball movement there by the Spartans. Maya Epps had a good look, but passed it up for a better one in the corner to Whitney Inkenbrook, and she's almost automatic when she's open in the corner.
Kimbrell, no good. Maya Epps into Floto. Ball on the ground. Still loose. Perigo has it. It's a 2-on-4 here. Helsum going to take the shot anyways. It's just a bit strong. And Williams there for the rebound. 3.5 to go here in the first half. Picking up the dribble, going out to Williams. Triple on its way, and she is hitting them from beyond the arc. She's now got 2 makes from deep and 8 points. Inkenbrook, she's been hitting them all game. That one just in and out. Helsum can't quite finish it off. A second chance for her. It's good, and the foul.
Well, how about Gabby Helsum? She's been getting on the offensive glass all game. Finally able to get a 2 to go, however, as that was just her first 2-point field goal of the game. The rest of them being beyond the arc.
And now 4 new players coming in for Homestead. Aggie Bell, Kendall McLaughlin, Celine Oskin, and Carly Mullering. Delaney Seitz waits at the scores table if Helsum makes her second free throw. Helsum now for her second free throw, and that one is good. She's got 12 points in this game, and Delaney Seitz will check in. So you mentioned it earlier, you got the game against Carmel coming up tomorrow, but not just that game looming. This is a great opportunity for the Spartans to try out some new lineups.
Yeah, the Spartans, a team we've already seen use a lot of depth throughout the year, just testing out some more in this game. That's going to be a huge factor come tournament time, as you can't just have 5 great starters. You have to be able to have some bench rotation in your lineup.
Our side calls the timeout there, and we'll take a break. 37-16 with 3:11 to go in the second quarter.
Rethink your limits.
back at Homestead High School, 37-16 the score. Homestead 21-point advantage over Northside with 3:11 to go here in the first half. Braxton All and Malachi Stout along for the ride with you, and here on this Senior Night and Cancer Awareness Friday at Spartan Arena. Following the timeout will be Northside basketball, and they have 3 remaining in the game. Legends offense that so far has relied heavily on Kalia Williams, who has half of their points. She's the one bringing it up the floor right now, looking over to Coach Wallace. Pass to Morris. Starts to drive out to Williams. Another 3 on the way, and she's just automatic right now, dialed in. She's in the double digits.
Well, with another basket, you have to wonder why the Legends haven't played her earlier in the year. Just her 4th game of the season, but she's been dominating in those games, scoring 11 points per game, and it's really been the Legends' whole offense here tonight.
Oskin in and out. Harmeyer will have it now. Pass to Williams. Does she try her luck? No, she's going to put the ball on the ground and start to dribble. Now left side to Morris. Spinning around like a cyclone, but it doesn't go. Oskin has it for Homestead, now bobbles it out of bounds. North side ball following the turnover from Oskin. Mariana Mitchell coming back into the game for North side. Williams to Mitchell, now to Morris. Hands it off to Harmeyer. Maggie Bell there defensively. Harmeyer out to Morris. Starts to dribble, and a foul going to be called against Homestead. And they're going to get Celine Oskin for her first.
Well, the Legends, one thing their offense has been able to do is draw some fouls. It's been one positive of their offense. The Spartans now up to 4 fouls, but no one in foul trouble for them, as with their deep lineup, really just nobody able to stay in the game long enough to accumulate that many fouls.
Off the glass, shot no good that time from Kimbrough. Maggie Bell will have it as she hands off to Oskin. Up the floor, Mullering. Back to Oskin. Now in the hands of Bell. Right side, McLaughlin with the ball tipped by the Legends. Kept alive by Homestead. Now some numbers if they want them. All 5 players for each side back up. Mullering rattles it in.
Well, how about that shot by Carly Mullering? Had a hand in her face, but able to still drill the 3-pointer.
Mullering with 6 points in this game now. So a lot of Homestead players getting involved offensively. Advantage now sitting at 21. Is tied for the largest lead of the game. Morris has it. Spinning around, going up. It's short. Bell will get the rebound for Homestead. Up the right side to Mullering. Now McLaughlin out to Oskin. Ball was kicked out of play, but last touched by Homestead.
Spartans, although their offense has played very well and shot very well, they've had some trouble taking care of the ball. Just some careless turnovers here throughout the game have given the Legends the ball right back here.
Ball across the timeline. Williams has it. Nothing out to the right. Kimbrough turning around, and Seitz swats it away.
Great defensive play there by Delaney. Seitz does not bite on the spin and is able to get a hand up and just get a great rejection there, but the Legends will retain possession.
Mitchell throws it out to Harmeyer. Now again, Kimbrough has it. 3-pointer on its way from Mitchell, and she knew it right away.
Well, how about the Legends? They're not a team that shoots the 3 that effectively, but they've been getting their shots to fall tonight, though they still find themselves in an 18-point deficit. Their 3-ball has been one positive of their offense.
Oh, Mullering, she shoots the 3-ball effectively and now has 9 points as Mitchell shaken up there for the Legends as she went down. It looked like maybe a non-contact injury. Couldn't quite tell all the way from that replay, but she's going to be okay. It looks like walking around. They're going to check her out just in case. See a little bit of a limp. So hopefully she's okay. Kamaya Morris will take her place with 12 seconds to go here in the first half. Williams up the floor for Northside. Williams takes the dribble up, goes outside. Morris didn't even see the clock. And that'll end the first half. Homestead with a 43-22 advantage. Atticus is standing by with Homestead head coach Rod Parker.
I'm here with Coach Parker. And Coach, you find yourself with a big lead at halftime. What's your assessment of your team's play so far?
Well, offensively, I think we got to do a better job getting the ball inside. We're settling for a lot of threes. And defensively, we got to get a little tighter. We're allowing them to get to the rim way too easily.
Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Braxton.
All right, thank you, Atticus. So halftime here at Spartan Arena, and Homestead holds a 21-point lead, 43-22 after 16 minutes of play.
Rethink your limits.
For more than 30 years and 2 generations, RT and Colin Green have given Fort Wayne more than proven personal injury representation. They have shared everyday life with the people they serve. These deep ties give RT, Colin, and every member of Team Green Law the local Fort Wayne knowledge and insight to know the best way to help you get the recovery you deserve. See the difference local experience makes. For a free consultation, visit us online at teamgreenlaw.com. Team Green Law, for you, with you.
Marco's Pizza, located at 10349 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco's specializes in pizza, cheesy bread, subs, salads, and many other menu items. You can place an order for delivery or carryout by calling 625-6800. That number once again is 625-6800. You can also order online at marcos.com. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead High School athletics coverage on our station.
Rethink your limits.
For more than 30 years and 2 generations, RT and Colin Green have given Fort Wayne more than proven personal injury representation. They have shared everyday life with the people they serve. These deep ties give RT, Colin, and every member of Team Green Law the local Fort Wayne knowledge and insight to know the best way to help you get the recovery you deserve. See the difference local experience makes. For a free consultation, visit us online at teamgreenlaw.com. Team Green Law, for you, with you.
Air National Guard allows you to serve your state and country just one weekend a month while living your everyday life the other 28 days. You can earn up to $1,200 a month and get 100% of your college tuition paid for. For more information, search Fort Wayne Black Snakes on Facebook or Instagram, or call 260-478-3247 to connect with a recruiter today.
Rethink your limits.
Back here at Homestead High School, one half of play in the books between the Homestead Spartans and the Northside Legends. Homestead leading 43-22. Let's take a look at the first half stats in this game. And when we take a look at these stats, the thing that stands out to me, how about the three-pointers? Homestead, 25 attempts, shooting just under 50% at 48%, going 12-25.
Yeah, it's just been a three-point barrage for this Spartans offense. It's hard for any team to keep up when you're playing a Spartans team that's shooting so well. But something interesting to look at is they've only shot 2 for 9 from inside the arc. The Legends doing a great job playing paint defense, but it comes at the expense of the three ball.
So then meanwhile for Northside, they shot 28% in that first half, and coming into tonight shooting 27%, so right about where you would expect them to be from the field. But how about from beyond the arc, 44% so far?
Yeah, it's been very surprising for the Legends, their ability to get their threes to go, and some of them have been some deeper, some tougher shots that you wouldn't really expect to go down, but they just find a way in. As you mentioned, very good for this Legends team, but just not enough when you look at the 12 threes that the Spartans have made.
Then Homestead more than doubling Northside in the rebound department, 27-13. And then turnovers, maybe a little bit surprising. Homestead, a team that only averages exactly 11 turnovers per game. They had that many in the first 16 minutes.
Yeah, the Legends defense, although it has been shaky at times, done a great job just forcing turnovers from the Spartans. Usually clean and smooth running offense has kind of just at times been able to shake them up and force a few turnovers of their own. Meanwhile, 9 for themselves in the first half, not good either, but that's about on pace for their 18 turnovers per game.
Do have a quick update from the Northrop-Wayne game. Of course, Homestead fans keeping their eye on that one. Northrop up 48-15, so it's looking that pretty likely next Thursday could be a conference championship game.
Yeah, it's obvious Northrop is very serious in every game they're playing. Definitely want to show a statement win against Wayne to really just show that they're prepared for this game against the Spartans coming up here very soon. That is set to be a great game, as it's looking now, that will decide the SAC champion.
Some other scores going on, all the girls' games tipping off at 6 o'clock. Bishop Dwenger up double digits, Carroll up double digits, and as is Snyder. So not really any close games so far on the girls' side. Boys' game coming up a little bit later on. We expect that one should be closer, as it was a pretty tight one last year before Homestead pulled away late and won a defensive bout. With that, we're going to take a quick break. We're back on the other side of the second half.
Rethink your limits.
Marco's Pizza, located at 10349 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco's specializes in pizza, cheesy bread, subs, salads, and many other menu items. You can place an order for delivery or carry out by calling 625-6800. That number once again is 625-6800. You can also order online at marcos.com. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead High School athletics coverage on our station.
Back here at Homestead High School, ready for the second half between the Homestead Spartans and the Northside Legends. Homestead, 21-point advantage at the break. So Coach Parker, we heard in his halftime interview with Atticus that it feels like his team has settled for the 3 too much, and that's probably true. They only have 2 made field goals inside the arc, but still they're hitting the 3 ball at a very impressive 48% clip in this game. So what do you think they look to do here to begin this third quarter?
Well, I think they continue just getting the 3 ball to go. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But definitely do need to try to be a bit more efficient inside, as really that's been their one critique with their offense. They've been able to get on the offensive glass, but haven't been able to get their putbacks to go down. But this is a team that shots very well inside of the 3-point line. So I think they should be back to normal in the second half, but definitely want to make sure you get inside the arc here early.
Northside are just about to ask what they need to do, but then they go and turn it over on their first possession. Obviously something you cannot do if you're trying to come back from a big deficit. Maya Epps going in and lays it in for 2.
And we see it right there. Spartans aggressive to the rack here early in this second half. It's obvious Coach Parker harped on it during halftime. Just need to get to the rim and finish those shots as we see early in this second half.
Morris goes out to her right. Now floated. Harmeyer going up. She can't convert. Whitney Yankenbrook gets it. Now Maya Epps up the floor for Sparty. Tosses to Noel wide open underneath the basket. That's just too easy.
Hard to stop the Spartans when they find themselves with numbers and transitions, just finding themselves with a 3-on-1 there. Just Legends, no right answer who you choose to guard.
3-pointer from Williams off the mark that time. She shot pretty well from that distance in the first half. Delaney Knoll didn't score in the first half, and she's got 4 points already here in the third.
Well, Spartans are just outrunning the Legends at the moment, just outrunning them in transition, just off of missed baskets. See a great pass there by Eva Scarberry, able to set up Delaney Knoll for the easy lay.
North side calls a timeout, down 27, 6:44 to go in the third.
Rethink your limits.
49-22, 6:44 to go here in the third quarter. Northside with 2 timeouts remaining. As Homestead already back out on the floor, ready to get going once again. And Northside making their way onto the court as well. So now I will ask you the question I was going to say earlier. Coach Wallace, your team down now by 27 as they've been up 6 unanswered to begin the second half. What do you tell your team during that timeout?
Well, they need to continue playing aggressive and driving to the rim because it opens up opportunities beyond the arc, but the Spartans have shown that they do not want the Legends to get in the paint. They fouled numerous times, and if you can get yourself to the line, that could be another great opportunity to get some points. But one thing they cannot do is turn the ball over, something we've already seen out of them early in this second half.
Ankenbrook gets the rebound for Homestead, advanced to Epps. She goes up, swatted away by Mitchell.
Well, one underrated part of this Legends team is their rim protection. They average 4 blocks per game. It's very hard to get an inside shot off against them. As we see right there, just a great play in transition. Just able to send the ball into the stands.
Perhaps that's why Homestead only had 2 made 2-point shots in the first half, as Epps to throw it in for Homestead. Quickly to Scarberry. She goes up, and she's going to be fouled.
The Legends continue playing very aggressive interior defense there, but it results in the Spartans headed to the line just the second time they've been at the line in this game. Legends have played very clean defense while being aggressive.
Tonight, Kimbrough was called for the foul, her first of the game, as Scarberry makes her first. Now 4 points on the evening for her. Trying to make it 5, and she does. Homestead lead now at 29. Northside yet to score here in the second half. Homestead has rattled off 8 in a row. Pass out. Harmeyer picks up the dribble, guarded by Knoll, passes out. A little bit of a bobble, but Northside retains possession. Ball in the hands of Williams. Scarberry, the one on defense, gets a piece of it. And now Epps has it, calling out to Helsum to cut inside. Instead goes to Scarberry on the wing. That's off the mark. Delaney Noldo gets it for the Spartans. Now back to Helsum. She steps up. Jumper is good. And you can tell Coach Parker definitely told his team at halftime, let's get some more of those mid-range shots.
Yeah, and not only that, but also getting the offensive rebound to set up the mid-range shot, as we've seen the Spartans already dominate the boards in that first half, and continuing it here, setting up the easy mid-range for Gabby Helsum. It's a shot she's rarely going to miss. As you see on your screen there, she just drills that one.
Maya Morris checks in now for Northside. Scarberry throws it into Epps. Up across the timeline, 31-point lead. Helsum with the ball. Points over, Ankenbrook triple. Whitney Ankenbrook having herself an evening. She's got 17.
It's been a great night for Whitney Ankenbrook. A large part of those 17 points have came beyond the arc, as she's been a huge game in this one. We've seen her have some great games throughout the year, and she's now 2 points away from beating not only her season high, but her career high of 19 points.
A foul on the way up that time, and we'll send Morris to the free throw line, as Whitney Ankenbrook is going to be called for the foul. Just her first of the game. And actually, they're going to say the foul was on the floor now, so Harmeyer will be set to inbound. Harmeyer throws it into Williams. The handoff to Mitchell. Pass deflected by Epps. Kept alive, now ripped away by Ankenbrook. Thrown ahead, Gabby Helsum to lay it in, and she's fouled on the way up. And we go into the free throw line.
Well, not much of another option there for Morris, as Spartans had a 3-on-1 opportunity, and anytime Gabby Helsum has a free shot at the lane, you have to foul us and not give her an easy free 2 points.
Helsum first free throw up, and that one goes from Gabby Helsum. So now a 15-point performance from her in this one. Second highest on the team and second highest of any player in the game. Second one is good as well. Now 16, and it's going to be a running clock now going forward as Homestead leads up to 36. Morris turning around, rejected by Delaney. No, just ripped it out of the sky. Scarberry underneath, sent the other way, but a foul in the process. As Fotal was the one that time. She leads the team with 3.3 blocks per game.
Yeah, she almost got that one off cleanly. Would have been her second block of this one, but the Spartans continue just outrunning the Legends and getting out, running the floor, and it's forcing the Legends to have to foul. Already racking up 3 in the first 4 minutes of this third quarter. So the Legends just aren't able to get back on defense.
Scarberry after missing the first. Second one up, and that one's good. Carly Mollering going to come back in now for the Spartans. .12-10 remaining in this game, 4:10 to go here in the third quarter. Ball in the hands of Mitchell. Going out to her left. Defense comes in for the Spartans. Harmeyer passes back. Kimbrough. And now the deep three-pointer. No good from Mitchell. Ankenbrook advances it to Epps. Mollering, three-pointer is good from Carly Mollering. And with the starting, we're at the 5 that's out on the floor right now. This was the starting 5 for much of the season, of course, as Carly Mullering had her injury, but Delaney Knoll, she's seen starting time as well. So all 5 of these players are ones that have started throughout this year, as Liv Fry, the other one, sitting on the bench right now. The ball tipped away by Epps, goes out of play.
You see the defensive intensity there by Maya Epps, just poking the ball away, just not letting the Legends have a sense of security out there. They've been very persistent all night long and trying to create chaos for this Legends offense.
Mitchell driving, count the bucket and the foul. Great effort from her that time.
Well, it's moments like that that just show the Legends have shot-making talent on their team. It's just a great fight through contact by Mitchell, able to get the and one to go. But they just haven't been able to put up sustainable offensive production throughout this game. And this led to them only putting up 24 points despite flashes throughout this one.
Free throw is up, and it's strong. No one was even in the area to rebound it from Northside, so easy there for Homestead as Mullering goes to Epps. Now Helsum, she's going to step up, picks the dribble. Knoll, three-pointer, a laser from Delaney Knoll.
Well, the Legends continue collapsing in on the Spartans. Spartans keep finding open shooters, and they've been hitting them almost better than they did in that first half.
And Homestead now up 41. They're going to take timeout as they'll have 3 remaining, still 2 in the back pocket of Coach Wallace. For the Legends, it's just a dominating performance for the Spartans in this game. Quick timeout here. Homestead already ready to get back out on the floor. You see Coach Wallace. It's been rough sledding for this team over the last few years. Coach Wallace now his 6th year at the school, and 16 and 114 his record. Don't forget, game 2 of our doubleheader coming up next. The boys teams for each of these schools will take to the floor. And it's back underway. Williams will bring it up the floor slowly here for Northside. Now pass to Morris. Knoll. There defensively. Now Kimbrough on the midcourt logo. Pass out to the left. Mitchell has it. Northside just really no movement. And then you see a little bit from Kimbrough there, but for the most part, a lot of standing still, just kind of hoping something manifests, and then a walk. It's going to turn it over, not what they were trying to manifest.
Yeah, the Legends just trying to get something going out of the timeout, not finding it there. It's another just unforced turnover, just carrying your feet and giving the ball right back to the Spartans.
Epps is fouled and the shot won't go, but she will be going to the free throw line.
Well, we mentioned it earlier, Maya Epps, so dangerous near the rim. Defenders almost forced a foul to make her earn her points. Almost able to fight through the contact to get it go there, but still able to head to the line where she's been very efficient on the year.
Now 8 points in this game. Kimbrough just picked up her second foul. Second free throw, good from Epps. Advantage continuing to grow here for the Spartans. As now a 43-point lead. Ball passed back here to Williams. Screen coming from Mitchell. Epps swarming tight defensively, still being aggressive even with the big lead. Thrown out to the right side, and a foul going to be called against Gabby Helsum.
The Legends, when they drive inside, the Spartans have been very physical, trying to just force them not into the paint. And that's led to a few fouls being picked up for the Legends. Might want to try doing that more often as it creates better offense than you see right there.
Helsum with it for the Spartans, picks the dribble up. Now Ankenbrook, less than a minute to go in the third quarter. Thrown to Epps on the left side. She'll drive, and smart play there, intentionally creating the contact to go to the free throw line. And with the big lead now, just a chance to kind of experiment with things like that.
Yeah, Coach Parker keeping a lot of his starters out there in this one. Just continue to work on their game, get some new things in their bag for their upcoming stretch of 2 final games that will be very tough games to close out the year. And then you go into sectional play and start the tournament. So definitely some good opportunities to clean up your game for the Spartans.
Epps gets the second one to fall. She moves into double digits on the night. Mitchell going to her left, and no call there as she crashes hard. Delaney Noel Williams closing in, but no problem for Noel as she lays it in, and now 9 points in this game for her. As the deep three-pointer from Williams on the way and off the mark, and that will end the third quarter as Homestead leads Northside 70-24. A dominating performance as we head to the fourth.
Rethink your limits.
For more than 30 years and 2 generations, RT and Colin Green have given Fort Wayne more than proven personal injury representation. They have shared everyday life with the people they serve. These deep ties give RT, Colin, and every member of Team Green Law the local Fort Wayne knowledge and insight to know the best way to help you get the recovery you deserve. See the difference local experience makes. For a free consultation, visit us online at teamgreenlaw.com. Team Green Law, for you, with you.
Heading to the fourth quarter here at Homestead High School, and the Spartans in firm control, leading 70-24 after Northside scored just 2 points in that fourth quarter. Homestead continuing to assert their dominance as Celine Oskin will have it here to begin the quarter. Now McLaughlin to lift right. Another new lineup in for the Spartans. They've been mixing and matching all evening on this senior night for Homestead. This is their final regularly scheduled home game, although sectionals will be here in Spartan Arena as they await their draw coming on Sunday. So at least one more game coming in here for Homestead. As the ball tipped out of play. And it's hard to not start looking ahead to the postseason. The sectional draw coming our way on Sunday evening, a sectional that features Homestead, obviously, and then Huntington North, Wayne, and Southside. Have to imagine the Spartans will be pretty heavy favorites to get out of there. Meanwhile, Northside, a pretty tough sectional for them as Northrop, Snyder, and Carroll with their teams, all squads that they've lost to this season.
Well, you mentioned the Spartans being the favorite for their sectional with the removal of Columbia City down to 3A. It definitely creates an easier path for the Spartans, but you cannot count out Huntington North and Wayne, both sitting on winning records and could be a dangerous team to face against the Spartans.
Armeyer gets the three-pointer to go. Our first bucket since the first quarter. Liv Fry to Celine Oskin. Oskin, and we found some tight defense, a little bit too tight there for Morris.
Morris just trying to do anything to try to slow down this Spartans offense. Just getting a little too physical when doing so. So Spartans pick up a foul there.
You have Scarberry back in for Homestead. Almost 2 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Scarberry to Fry. Now McLaughlin, and pass to no one there as Scarberry was kind of stuck in a screen position. Williams has it deflected by Scarberry, but pass to Floto. She goes up and banks it in.
Legends able to turn some defense into offense there in transition. Just a nice little play, able to get the ball inside and get it to go.
And then Fry gets the three-pointer, so on her senior night, she gets it to go beyond the arc, and she has been shooting well from deep recently as her percentage has gone up to 39% now from 3. So she doesn't shoot it a ton, but she's been hitting them. Williams, how about that? A deep three-pointer to answer back.
Well, Williams been hitting her threes in this game as well. Just able to respond, although may be a little too late. She's just doing all she can for this Northside offense.
She had 2 threes coming into this game, now has 4 just tonight alone as a loose ball, and possession arrow goes the way of the Legends. Another look at that triple from Fry. Of course, last week she officially signed with St. Mary's College. And with that, we're going to take a break as Northside calls the timeout. 4:51 to go.
For more than 30 years and 2 generations, RT and Colin Green have given Fort Wayne more than proven personal injury representation. They have shared everyday life with the people they serve. These deep ties give RT, Colin, and every member of Team Green Law the local Fort Wayne knowledge and insight to know the best way to help you get the recovery you deserve. See the difference local experience makes. For a free consultation, visit us online at teamgreenlaw.com. Team Green Law, for you, with you.
4:51 to go here in this one as Homestead leads by 41. Don't forget game 2 of our doubleheader coming up next, as the boys squad for both these teams will head out onto the floor. As conference matchup there as they hit the midway point of SAC play over on the boys side. Oskin with it here for the Spartans, going up, deflected. McLaughlin can't finish, still loose. And a foul going to be called against Homestead. It looked like Mitchell was the one who got the worst of it that time, as Susie Perigo is going to check in for the Spartans. Oskin was the one called for the foul.
We see the aggressiveness Selena Oskin plays with, both offensively and defensively, just pushing the pace there offensively. Almost threaded the needle for an easy layup there, but the Legends able to get a contest on the shot. But you also see aggressiveness defensively, just going for the ball. Ends up in resulting with a foul, however.
Armeyer throws it to the top. Williams another deep 3 and airballed this time, so it looks like her luck has run out.
Yeah, just a bit of a heat check there. Just was looking to get another deep 3 to go. Just unable to come up with that one.
Fry goes to Oskin. Ball poked free, but Oskin picks it up. And it was deflected anyways, but got it before it went into the backcourt. Kendall McLaughlin goes into the paint, kicks out to Fry. 3-pointer, this time is short. Floto dribbles it off her own knee. Somehow picks it up, keeps going. And now in the corner, football pass to the other end. Harmeyer intercepts it from her teammate. Now Oskin pokes it free, looking to go the other end. Up she goes, and I think we're going to get an offensive foul call going the other direction.
Interesting call there. Spartans beg to differ, but how about the defensive effort there by Celine Oskin, able to get going in transition. Almost got the defensive foul, but instead just the Legends able to set their feet and draw the charge.
2:50 to go in this one. Homestead closing in on a senior night victory, and a victory that will keep them perfect in conference play as they will move to 8-0. Northside, they're going to drop to 1-6 in conference and 3-15 on the year. Well, there's a little bit of improvement as the Legends only had 2 wins last season. Sights 3-pointers airballed and out of play. Meyer tosses it in as Williams will bring it up the floor now for Northside. Fry there defensively. Williams trips. Gets a pass off. Kimbrough turning around. Shots up. Short-armed it, but got it.
Well, Legends have hit some of those tough mid-range shots in this game, but really their offense has not been able to make enough of them. As you see, just a nice little just step around mid-range shot there, but Legends haven't been able to keep it up for the full 32 minutes, and that's why they end this game minute left, only with 34 points.
Northside going to call a timeout. They're final of the game now with 1:29 to go. Guess you can't take them with you to the next one, so might as well burn it. As tough one here for the Legends, but how about this performance for Homestead on senior night? They're going to get the victory in the last regular season home game of the year, and it's going to set up a winner-take-all game in the SAC next Thursday. It's actually been the only SAC game going on. There was a scheduling conflict with Northrop's gym, so that doubleheader next Thursday, we'll have it for you on WCYT radio, but a conference title is going to be on the line.
Yeah, well, you mentioned the Spartans have played great all year long, fitting end to their home stretch as they finish the year 10-0 at home. They'll look to continue that in sectional play, but this team, one of the hardest teams in Indiana to beat in their own stadium.
Delaney Seitz gets the three-pointer to go, her first bucket of the game. She's been trying and finally got it to fall, and now a foul on the other end is going to send Northside to the line. Now to look at that dish and then the three-pointer from Seitz.
Well, Delaney Seitz has been looking for the three ball to go all night long. Finally gets a clean look there and just drains it.
First free throw is no good. Second one up, and that one falls for Foto. She's got 6 points with just over a minute to go. Bell throws it into Oskin. Oskin up the floor. Shot no good, rolling around the rim, and then whistles. And we're going to say Perigo was on the baseline. And no, excuse me, they're going to call a foul against Floto. So we'll stay with Homestead as Floto is going to foul into the game. That her fifth, and timeout going to be called by Homestead as 45 seconds to go in this game. Homestead back in action tomorrow against Carmel. Well, pregame coverage beginning shortly before 1:30 on WCYT Radio, 91.1 FM, and online at WCYT.org. Should be a fun one as Carmel, they're playing tonight. They're in action, but so far 9-9 on the year. So still a good test for Homestead. Get to see one of those Indy area schools. A little bit of a different style that the Greyhounds will present tomorrow afternoon. So I hope you join us on WCYT Radio for that one. As 45 seconds left. This penultimate game of conference play for Homestead. Northside has 2 more conference games coming up. Carroll and Concordia on the docket. Before that, they'll take on Canterbury. As Fry is going to inbound it. And thrown in, and a foul. And Fry throwing it. I think they're trying to get Oskin a bucket here. She's going to go for the three-pointer. Deflected. Perigo can't get it. Now coming up the floor, and a foul going to be called against Homestead. And this will be on Oskin. And the clock not quite going to run down. As Coach Parker is going to call a timeout to let the seniors get a standing ovation. Celine Oskin, Delaney Seitz, and Liv Fry getting the reaction from the crowd. A group that's contributed so much to the team. Coach Parker talked about in his pregame interview what those three have meant to the squad, and always being a shining light, and seeing the emotion there. Is still much to be done with this team, a team that hopes to make a deep postseason run, but for now the final regular season home game for them at Spartan Arena, and this one going to come to an end. Homestead takes down Northside 76-35, moves to 8-0 in conference play, and for the second season in a row, they'll play a de facto conference championship as they take on Northrop next Thursday.
Well, a great win for the Spartans headed into that game, but they have another one coming up tomorrow, as you mentioned earlier, at Carmel. So a tough two-game stretch to end the year, but a great win to end their home stretch.
So Northside, a tough defeat for them. They will remain in 9th place in the SAC. Their next game also tomorrow when they take on Canterbury. That one, a smaller school than the Spartans. It's Canterbury in 1A, so this Northside need to work on before tomorrow night.
Well, they need to just control their turnovers. They looked good defensively for part of the game, especially their interior defense. Their perimeter defense could have used some work, but interiorly their defense looked very good. But offensively, they just killed momentum and killed their possessions, just throwing the ball away. Just was unable to really clean things up in that second half, and that led to the Spartans extending their lead.
Well, they're going to honor the seniors on the Homestead roster. Such a cool thing to give them the celebration that they deserve after this victory. And see Liv Fry, so she'll be going to St. Mary's College next year. She plans to be an undergraduate from there before a master's at Notre Dame. Celine Oskin, the next one walking out for the Spartans. She's been on the varsity roster for a couple years and a defensive hound for the Spartans that just does not let other teams really have any room to breathe. Her presence always outstanding out on the floor. And then the final one being honored, Delaney Sites, the future Ball State student, where she's going to be studying nursing. So the three seniors for the Spartans and three girls that have all had an impact on this team.
Well, it's been a special 4 years for each of them. Just so much success for the Spartans. Their career here is not over yet, as we still have the postseason, as they'll look to exit with a deep tournament run and hopefully a state championship.
All guaranteed at least one more game in Spartan Arena when sectionals begin in now 2 weeks' time. Hard to believe it's almost here already, and Spartan Arena hosting their sectional. With that, we're going to wrap things up here for game one of our doubleheader. Once again, Homestead gets the victory 76-35. With that, we'll step away, but go ahead and click over to the other stream as the boys game coming up in just a few minutes. Until then, on behalf of the entire Homestead Live team and color commentator Malachi Stout, I'm Braxton All saying so long from Spartan Arena.